Welcome back to the channel Numisma Coin Lovers. Today we dive into the mysterious and powerful story of the 1977 D. Washington quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another 25-cent piece, but hidden among these coins are rare treasures worth unimaginable amounts. Some of these quarters, struck with unique errors or on rare planchets, have the power to turn ordinary pocket change into life-changing fortune. So stay tuned, because this coin could be the key to unlocking wealth you never thought possible. Top 3 first up. The United States quarter dollar of 1977. D is one of those coins that at first glance might look completely ordinary, yet beneath its simple appearance lies a hidden world of value, rarity, and history. Struck at the Denver Mint and bearing the D mint mark just beside George Washington's portrait, millions of these coins entered circulation across the nation. But not all 1977. D quarters are created equal. Among the ordinary copper-nickel-clad pieces, there exist rare variations, errors, and exceptional conditions that elevate certain examples into treasures worth unimaginable amounts. Collectors know that within the world of coinage, one small detail can mean the difference between pocket change and a fortune. To understand the significance of the 1977 D quarter, we must first revisit its origins. The Washington quarter was originally introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its design by John Flanagan became a staple of American pocket change for decades. By the 1970s, the coin had already become iconic, a symbol of American commerce and everyday transactions. The 1977 issue was no different in appearance, but the conditions under which it was struck, combined with errors that sometimes slipped through the minting process, gave birth to some of the most valuable hidden gems in U.S. numismatic history. What makes the 1977 D quarter so fascinating to collectors today is not the vast number minted, but the tiny fraction of coins that turn out to be different. For example, certain experimental strikes on silver planchets, though the standard composition was copper-nickel, are believed to exist. These off-metal errors transform what should be a common coin into a breathtaking rarity. Imagine holding in your hand a quarter that looks familiar but weighs differently, sounds differently when dropped, and holds within it the mystery of a minting experiment or accident. Such coins can fetch astronomical sums when they appear on the open market. Another factor that drives the value of the 1977 D quarter is its condition. Coins that remain in pristine, uncirculated, or mint-state condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In the highest grades, where the coin shows no wear and only the faintest of contact marks from the minting process, prices can skyrocket. Now add to that the possibility of an error coin, missed strikes, double dies, or off-center strikes, and suddenly you are talking about values that can climb into the stratosphere. Some collectors even speculate that unique specimens could command millions of dollars, given the right circumstances and the intensity of collector demand. The Denver Mint, in particular, was known for producing large volumes of coins, and 1977 was no exception. But this very pressure on production sometimes led to mistakes. A misaligned die could strike a quarter off-center, leaving parts of the design missing. A double die error could duplicate the details of Washington's portrait or the eagle on the reverse, creating a surreal, ghostly effect. And in very rare cases, a wrong planchet error could mean the coin was struck on a blank meant for a different denomination altogether. Each of these errors turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. Beyond errors, the historical context of the 1970s gives the 1977 D quarter an added layer of intrigue. America was in the midst of economic shifts, with inflation and changes in the metal value of coinage still fresh on the public's mind. Just a few years earlier, the U.S. Mint had transitioned away from silver in most coins, making the appearance of any silver planchet error in 1977 all the more remarkable. It was a time of transition, and coins from this era often carry with them the echoes of change, experimentation, and the Mint's constant battle to keep up with demand. For collectors today, the thrill of the hunt keeps the legend of the 1977 D quarter alive. Imagine searching through rolls of quarters, purchased from a bank or inherited from old collections, and suddenly discovering a coin that doesn't look quite like the others. It might weigh differently, shine with an unusual luster, or bear markings that set it apart. In that moment, the dream of finding a fortune in pocket change becomes real. Stories circulate of collectors who have turned small finds into life-changing sums. In the 1977, D-Quarter remains at the center of many such tales. It is this element of surprise and possibility that gives the 1977 D-Quarter its power. Most people see only a 25-cent piece, but collectors see a potential ticket to wealth. Rare specimens can sell for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even more if they are unique and in flawless condition. Auctions have shown time and again that when the right coin comes up, competition among collectors drives prices into unimaginable territory. A single quarter can become the centerpiece of collection and a symbol of achievement in the numismatic world. Think about it. A coin that was minted in the tens of millions, handed out as change at grocery stores, tossed into vending machines, or saved in jars at home, might hold secrets worth a fortune. The unsuspecting spender may have given away a piece of history without even realizing it. Meanwhile, a keen-eyed collector could be sitting on what experts call a holy grail of error coins, the kind that brings headlines and changes lives overnight. That is the magic of the 1977 D-Quarter. The beauty of coin collecting lies not just in the value, but in the story. The 1977 D-Quarter tells a tale of American history, mending precision, human error, and extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. Every time a collector examines one of these coins, they are connecting with a piece of the past, while also holding a symbol of future possibility. To some, it is just a quarter. To others, it is a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. For anyone lucky enough to discover a rare 1977 D-Silver Error or Mint State gem, the rewards are beyond imagination. These coins don't just represent money. They represent the thrill of discovery, the power of knowledge, and the joy of being part of a tradition that stretches back centuries. They remind us that history can rest in the palm of our hands. And sometimes that history comes with a price tag large enough to change a life forever. So, if you ever come across a 1977 D-Quarter, don't dismiss it too quickly. Examine it carefully, weigh it, look at its details under magnification, and see if it might be one of the legendary rarities that collectors dream about. Because in the world of numismatics, fortunes are not always found in gold bars or hidden treasure chests. They can be found in the smallest, most ordinary-looking coins. And the 1977 D-Quarter, in its rarest forms, has the power to turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Next up, the year 1978 holds a special place in the world of American coinage, especially for collectors who dream of stumbling upon a hidden treasure in their pocket change. The United States quarter dollar from this year, particularly one without a mint mark, carries with it not only the weight of history, but also the thrilling possibility of extraordinary value. While most people view the quarter as nothing more than 25 cents, in rare cases, a single coin can become a life-changing discovery worth millions. When we talk about the 1978 quarter without a mint mark, we are referring to coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike other mints that left their tiny identifying letters on the coin, Philadelphia quarters were released plain, with no such mark. To the casual eye, these look like ordinary coins, but in the world of numismatics, such details can make the difference between pocket change and priceless fortune. Now, what truly captures collectors' imagination is the possibility that some of these 1978 quarters were struck on the wrong metal planchets. While the standard coin of that year was produced with copper-nickel-clad composition, stories have long circulated about error pieces struck on leftover silver planchets or other experimental metal mixes. If one of these rare pieces appears today, even in dirty or circulated condition, its potential value skyrockets into the realm of unimaginable wealth. Think about it. A coin you might overlook because it's tarnished or dull could actually be a millionaire's dream hiding in plain sight. The dirty condition factor does not necessarily erase the value of such a rare find. Instead, it adds a certain mystery, a sense that the coin has journeyed through countless hands and decades, only to reveal its true nature to the one sharp-eyed collector who recognizes it. Collectors and dealers often describe these rare finds as sleeping giants. For 40 or more years, a coin can sit in a drawer, a jar of spare change, or even in circulation, waiting for the right moment to awaken. Imagine the life-changing shock of discovering that the simple 1978 quarter you've had for years is worth millions in today's market. Such stories are what fuel the passion of coin hunters across the globe. The beauty of these coins is not only in their rarity, but also in their story. The 1978 no-mint mark quarter carries the portrait of George Washington on its obverse, a design that has stood the test of time since 1932. The reverse proudly displays a heraldic eagle with wings outstretched, symbolizing American strength and freedom. These classic designs are a canvas upon which history, error, and chance sometimes paint a masterpiece of value. In today's market, the demand for rare coins has never been higher. Collectors are willing to pay staggering sums for coins that represent mistakes, experiments, or survival from an earlier age of minting. A silver-era 1978 quarter in any condition, even grimy or worn, would be a centerpiece at any major auction. Bidding wars can erupt, driving prices into the millions as wealthy enthusiasts battle to own a once-in-a-lifetime piece. It's not just about money. It's about owning a piece of American history that almost wasn't supposed to exist. These rare coins are like whispers from the past, testifying to the human side of minting. The errors, the overlooked details, the accidental brilliance. They remind us that perfection is not always the goal. Sometimes, the mistakes are what turn an ordinary object into an extraordinary treasure. For many, the idea that a simple quarter could be worth more than gold seems unbelievable. Yet, history shows us time and again that coins of seemingly little value have sold for fortunes. The 1978 quarter dollar with no mint mark, rumored to exist in rare silver or error strikes, has become a symbol of hope for treasure hunters. To find one would not only secure financial freedom, but also place your name in the record books of numismatic history. If you happen to stumble upon such a coin, don't be quick to spend it. Look closely. The smallest details, the weight, the edge, the shine of the metal beneath the dirt, could signal that you are holding one of the rarest coins ever made. Selling at face value would be like throwing away a winning lottery ticket. This is why knowledge and patience are the collector's greatest tools. In the end, the 1978 no-mint mark quarter teaches us that fortune often hides in the most ordinary places. Your change jar, an old drawer, or even the coin you receive at a grocery store could carry the power to change your destiny overnight. The journey of such a coin from the mint, through decades of circulation, and finally into the hands of someone who recognizes its true value, is nothing short of magical. So, the next time you pick up a quarter and it looks a little too old, too dirty, or too ordinary, take a moment to look again. That dull coin might just be the sparkling gem the world has been waiting for, one that transforms an average person into a millionaire overnight. The 1978 no-mint mark quarter is more than just money. It's a dream, a legend, and perhaps your ticket to unimaginable fortune. Next up, the year 1997 might seem like just another time in the long line of American coin production, but in the world of collectors, one special quarter stands above the rest, the 1997 P mint mark quarter dollar. This coin, struck in Philadelphia, has captured the attention of numismatists because of the mystery, rarity, and unimaginable value it holds in today's coin market. What may look like an ordinary piece of change to some could actually be worth millions to those who understand its story and significance. The United States quarter dollar has always carried a special place in American history, being a coin of daily use and a symbol of trust. But the 1997 P quarter became something much more than spare change. It became a hidden treasure. Many of these coins were struck in huge numbers, but among them, a handful of extraordinary examples emerged, often described as being so rare that they could transform a simple collector into a millionaire overnight. One of the reasons this particular coin excites collectors is the tale of condition and preservation. While most 1997 P quarters were tossed into circulation, scratched, and worn down by years of use, a few were preserved in what collectors call darty or dirty condition. Believe it or not, that imperfect state can sometimes add to its mystique, making it stand out as an authentic survivor of history. The dirt tells a story, a journey through pockets, cash registers, and hands across America. Now, let's talk about the silver mystery. While quarters of this era were primarily made of copper-nickel clad, stories persist of silver-based 1997 P quarters that slipped out of the mint, possibly as errors, experimental strikes, or special issues. If you are lucky enough to find one of these so-called silver varieties, you might be holding not just a coin, but a golden ticket worth millions. This is a type of discovery that can literally change your life overnight. Imagine finding such a coin while going through old pocket change, or tucked away in a forgotten jar of coins. The thought itself excites collectors across the globe. That is why every 1997 p quarter must be checked carefully, because the difference between ordinary pocket change and life-changing fortune lies in the tiniest details. For some, that journey of searching is as thrilling as finding treasure itself. Collectors value not only the rarity, but also the symbolism of this coin. It represents a bridge between old America and the modern world. 1997 was the last year before the launch of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, meaning this Philadelphia quarter stands at the crossroads of American coinage history. Owning such a piece means owning the final chapter before one of the most ambitious coin programs in the nation's history. The worth of the 1997 p quarter today is tied to how few of these rare varieties exist and how much collectors are willing to fight for them. Some auctions have shocked the numismatic world, with bids skyrocketing beyond imagination. To see a coin originally valued at 25 cents suddenly command figures in the millions is nothing short of breathtaking. For those who dream of wealth, this coin is a golden opportunity in disguise. But it's not just about the money. Holding such a coin is like holding history in your palm. It tells stories of minting technology, of human error, of accidental brilliance. Each scratch, each detail, and each imperfection only adds to the narrative. That is why collectors and investors chase it with such passion, knowing they're not just buying metal, but buying a story that will outlive generations. For those who come across this coin, the advice is simple: never let it go cheaply. Too often, people spend away what could have been their ticket to fortune simply because they didn't recognize its true worth. Knowledge is power, and in the world of coin collecting, knowledge can make the difference between tossing away millions or securing a legacy for your family. The 1997 p quarter dollar has also become a symbol of luck in the collector's world. Many believe that owning such a coin brings fortune, success, and prosperity beyond just its monetary value. It has been called a coin of destiny, a small piece of metal with the power to shape the future of anyone fortunate enough to possess it. Think about it. Millions of quarters were struck, but only a rare few carry the magic that makes them priceless. The challenge is to look closely, to pay attention, to treat every coin as a potential gem. This is what separates ordinary people from collectors, and collectors from millionaires. The 1997 p quarter is proof that treasures still exist in plain sight. So if you ever come across a 1997 p quarter dollar, don't overlook it. Examine it, preserve it, and understand the incredible journey it represents. That one coin could hold the power to change your destiny overnight. In a world where fortunes rise and fall, the humble quarter can sometimes be the most powerful symbol of all. A coin worth millions, a coin that makes dreams come true.